everyone, Bill here again. Doing a little bit of a revision to the installation video I did as far as the alignment to the back wheels goes. Somebody corrected me on the process I did to do it, and obviously I don't want anybody messing up their PiBurns or their grips or their, any of their equipment due to a mistake that I made. So please forgive me. I do not have my wife here to help me record at the moment, so I'm going to try to do this the best that I can. All right, so the difference was, whenever I was doing the alignment earlier, this was swiveling, the PiBurn or the grip was swiveling, up and down like this. I had left it loose. You don't want to do that. You actually want to go ahead and tighten it down to this U-shaped bracket right here. So the knobs and the screws, right there on each side, you want to go ahead and tighten those down all the way and make sure it's solid and secured to this bracket. Now it's still loose like this, and that's fine. You don't want to tighten it down like that just yet, because if you do, you're gonna have to loosen it anyway to get it to line up. So again, we're just gonna take this and and the reason earlier I didn't explain in the video, the reason why I dropped it down from here to here is because this, you see, it's really close to the top and we're still just at the very bottom of that alignment tool. So you have to drop it down, that way you can raise this all the way up to actually get it to fully align to the alignment tool. Okay, see that? And so it's all the way up, but you can see, it's barely on, just a little bit on the tool, just enough to be able to get it to align. So once you have that centered, and the reason you do that is to make sure that everything's centered on the x-axis here. So then that's when you go ahead and you tighten up these screws down here, this middle one, and then these two little set screws here. And then when you do that, it'll eliminate that movement and you'll be good to go. So that was one thing. The second thing was that whenever this wasn't something I covered in my video, but I figure it's a good little tip for everybody to know, that was brought to my attention as well. So whenever you attach a cup, I know this thing's not secured yet. Let me go ahead and just do a quick little tight down here. It's not going to be lined up, I know. I will fix that after I show you this off camera. I'll fix it off camera after I show you this, but I just wanted to cover this real quick. Okay, good enough. So you see now it's not moving, right? Because it's secured, it's wobble free. So let me put this down for just a second. Well, yeah, actually I'm gonna shut this off. I'll come back on here in just a minute. Okay, we are back. So I'm just gonna show real quick the leveling process and show that you always wanna you still wanna leave your back wheels on, and I'll explain why here in just a minute. So anyway, I've got it mounted. I went ahead and took out the thumb screws that were right here on each side, okay? And I loosened up these screws right here on each side so that way this thing can pivot. So now all I'm gonna do is just raise it until it gets level. A little bit more, and right there. Good enough. Okay, and of course tighten this down so it doesn't slip out. And you want to leave that there in place. It was something I didn't really think about or consider because this thing's brand new to me. I've only used it literally for one cup so far, but it's a really good idea to leave it there anyways. I know with most other chucks, like the Bosch chuck, there's no really tail end support. You just tighten it up and that's it. Well, with this one, with the rubber jaws, because they are rubber, or the grips, if something happens, you bump your machine by accident, or you accidentally, or you're messing with the cup or whatever, you could potentially push this down and it'll move out just the slightest bit. You may not notice it, but if you spin it, you will notice that it will not spin true. It'll have a wobble. So to help eliminate that possibility of something like that happening, just leave your tailstock there, man. That way if you push down on it, well, you got that support, so it's not gonna affect it in any way, shape, or form. So that's why you wanna do that. And then of course, once you get it all set up and ready to go, you just come in here, tighten these screws back up on both sides, put your thumb screws back in, make sure everything's tight and secured, and then you're ready to rock and roll. And then earlier too, in the other video, I was talking about the lip of the cup, but I realized I never actually went into detail about it. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Oops, drop my cup here. That lip right there, that's what I'm talking about, okay? Pull out one of these just to give you a visual representation here of what I mean. So it's flush right there, right? And you see it doesn't touch that lip. Now, if we get one of our longer ones, let's say we were using the longer ones here in the grip, and you try to put it flush with the back plate, look at that. Sorry, bad focus. But you see that grip, it's hitting that inner lip, so it's not gonna mount properly, and you're gonna have a heck of a time trying to get it to spin true. You're gonna be dismounting it, remounting it, dismounting it, remounting it, and spending way more time than necessary. So that's why you wanna use these shorter grips, okay? But that's basically it. I just wanted to do this video real quick for the revision. Like I said, I don't want anybody getting their stuff messed up. And again, if you're still not entirely sure or you don't feel comfortable with my videos or my instructions, please, please, please reach out to the guys at Lens Digital, and they can get you on the right path. So anyway, again, any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll answer them if I can, but if I can't, obviously I will refer you to Lens Digital, and they can help you out from there. Have a good day.